Hello, and welcome to the Healing Tarot. My name is Suzanne. So today we're going to be discussing another foundational topic when it comes to how we can heal through tarot. How can we practice healing through tarot? So we're going to be talking about a really simple, quick daily practice that you can do. So you might not have a lot of time to focus on the work that you're doing at the moment. And you might really just want to do a quick check-in. And this is a really, really good way to do that. And tarot is a really, really good tool for that kind of reflection, that kind of mindful practice. So we'd start by creating an accessible space for ourselves. So you don't have to have a really elaborate altar, with all of your ritual kit or your tarot cards. For me, quite often it's just on my bed, on my bedspread, or sat on my sofa. I haven't got anything around me. I might just have a tarot cloth because I like my tarot cards to be touching something soft. But for you, it's whichever way works for you. But you're just creating a space where you can go from autopilot mode to a more mindful mode. So I would usually start by just doing a very quick, maybe not even meditation, but just focusing on your breath. So if your mind's been working a million miles an hour, like, my mind does quite often, and you need to switch off. So it might just be counting your breath for 30 seconds, being conscious of your thoughts, what kind of thoughts are coming into your mind and what you're doing with them, and just taking yourself from up here to a more grounded position. So once we've created that space, we're thinking about the question. And again, we're only asking one question with one card. So a really good one might be, what energy do I need to be aware of today? What energy am I carrying into today? Or how can I treat myself with more care and compassion today? So just a simple, thoughtful, self-aware question that you can check in with yourself through the cards is a really good place to start. So once you've set your intention and you've created your question, you're now ready to pull a card. So you would have your favourite deck. Mine usual go-to is the Lightseers Tarot. I absolutely love this deck. You're going to hear a lot about that. But I have different decks for different energies. So sometimes it might be a bit of a heavier day. And if that's the case, I do tend to go to maybe Deviant Moon Tarot or something like that. So, whatever works for you, and you'll have your own method, or you might be developing your own method. Usually what I do is I'll shuffle cards. Might mix them up a little bit. If one jumps out, it usually tells me that it wants flipping. But that might not resonate with you. So if a card jumps out at me, I usually flip it until I feel like I've got a good shuffle and it feels right. So once I feel like I can stop, I do. I'm not going to do that because sometimes it can take a couple of minutes until I feel like I'm ready. But so we've done our shuffle. My method is I'll just scan through the cards with my fingers like this, and then one of the cards feels more alive, and that's the best way I can describe it. It has an electricity to it. So once I get a card like that, and it just it's as if it gives me a little jolt, then I'll pull that card. So I'm just going to do that now quickly. So I'm actually giving you a little fair reflection of a reading. So I'm asking the cards here, what energy do I need to be aware of today? And you might see something about me here that I might not want to tell you, but I'm going to show you anyway. So what energy do I need to be aware of today? So this card is telling me it wants to be read. So I'm reading it this way, upright. Interesting, okay. I'm getting the Three of Swords. I think it might be because I'm not very well today. I've actually got a bit of a cold and I woke up with a headache. And there's some other stuff going on in my life that, like most people, it's kind of there in the background. So this card is telling me you need to be aware of how you feel, even though it's a sword. It's still an emotional card. It's talking about pain. It's talking about emotional heaviness. It's talking about how you sometimes need to release certain emotions, or you need to move past certain emotions. So there's definitely this in my energy, and this would, if I was doing this as a reading for myself, this would tell me a lot of information. It's a heavy card. The colours are dark, so you don't even need to go and read the meanings of the cards. You can just look at it. The imagery on the card tells you a lot that you need to know. So you're seeing a woman in pain, and you're seeing a heart in pain here. So why is this card coming to my energy today? What do I need to know about it? And you can also put a little bit of action in there as well if you're feeling it. What can I do about that? Could I just maybe be a little bit kinder to myself today if I'm not feeling very well? Could I give myself just a little bit of love? Do I need to give myself the love that maybe I'm not feeling in my day to day? So this is just how you can reflect on that, and you can take it into your day. And you can also take it into your other practice if you wanted to. Some ways that you could do that is you could journal about that card. So what does it make you think? What does it make you feel? What does it bring up for you emotionally? And what do you think it's trying to tell you? It can be 30 seconds. It can be 10 minutes of journaling. Just make this practice yours. And that's the one message I would like you to take away from this, is if this is your practice and it's whatever you've got time for. It's not a task. It's not something you have to add to your to-do list or feel bad if you don't do it. It's just a way to start your day with intention. And another way to carry that into your day is you could go back to it at the end of the day, and you could do another check-in with another card. And if you've beared it in mind, that card, during the day, and you've worked on it, you might get a very different card at the end of the day, or another card for you to reflect on for tomorrow. So that's just a simple way to do a quick check-in. The healing potential of it is vast, because a lot of our healing happens in the everyday. They're not big moments, they're not grand shifts, they're just day-to-day choices, behaviours, actions and feelings. So you could start your day like that, and you could do it one day a week, or you could do it every day, however is best for you. So this is just what I want to take from it. It's your practice. So it'd be great if you could drop a comment if you've got any questions about this, or if there's anything else that you'd like to see. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if this has resonated for you, and I'll see you next week with more foundational topics on healing through tarot. Take care.